That old line from a song that says life is old there hits the nail on the head for this next story. There is a section of forest close to the New River Gorge Bridge that will literally take you back in time. This forest has trees that are over 300 years old. Mike TEANEY and Danny DELANTY went out to learn about these gnarly old trees.
West Virginia has the third most forested land of the 50 states, and that includes 14 old-growth forests.
So old-growth forests, we oftentimes think about any kind of forest that escaped any kind of major industrial clearing. So anything that would have caused farmland or mining or timbering. So a forest where natural processes are allowed to take place here.
One of these old-growth forests can be found along the Burnwood Trail in the New River Gorge National Park and Preserve.
There are trees that a handful of them date to the early 1700s, late 1600s, and it's very unique in terms of its soil characteristics, the number of tree species that are very old, very unique for here in West Virginia, considering most of the forests in this state are third or fourth growth.
One of Dr. Saladaga's former students at Concord University was Chance, where he studied the characteristics of old-growth forests. After working as a park ranger, Chance recognized old-growth characteristics in the forest surrounding Burnwood Trail.
And then during 2020, I had Dr. Tom Saladaga come out here, and I was like, hey, I think this is old-growth forest. You want to double check for me? We walked out here together. 2 days later, he's getting a permit to come out here and do the research project. So it was something that we both of us knew this was going to be something really special if we can get a project going.
The oldest tree along the trail is a black gum dated to the 1600s.
Black gum in general is a very shade-tolerant tree, meaning that it can persist and grow in the understory for very long periods of time, numerous decades, until a canopy gap opens and then it's able to grow in size.
The forest escaped the ravages of industry because it was previously owned by a local family who used it as a farm prior to being deeded to the national parks.
We have this kind of small, really interesting example about what forest looked like 200, 300, 400 years ago, and now it's serving as kind of this educational forum for people to come visit and see what those forests look like.
Reporting from Lansing, this is Mike TEANEY and Danny DELANTY, Newswatch 4.